Hey YouTube, I'm gonna do a two-part video here, just an overall review, and then at the end I'll go over some tips, tricks, and stuff that um, that I've kind of implemented and you can add on to. So I had the grill for about a week now. Been cooking on it every day nonstop, mainly just dinner, so every night. For the price point, $275, if you can get it cheaper, great. It's a great buy, I think. So this is 36 inches. My first thought was, that's a huge grill when you see it on YouTube and people using it. It's really not. No, it's a good size. I would not, me personally, and just a family of three. I wouldn't get any smaller because I'm gonna be cooking, for family, going camping and stuff like that. 36 is like the smallest I would personally get. So that's kind of just one of the things that it is a good size, but I wouldn't get smaller because by the time you get, two tortillas over here and have some eggs and bacon, I mean, it's used up. Still, it can feed a ton of people, but just kind of keep that in mind. For the price point, extremely impressed with everything it does, with how thick it is. This top, I probably said in another video, 55 pounds or so, and this is your bread and butter right here. And so there's it's really well made. Some people that are complaining about the grease trough not deep enough, I would beg to differ. I've had a bunch of those little griddles you just put on your barbecue and just have super deep grooves. It's too hard to clean. This is perfect. There's no way you're running that amount of grease. That's insane. So the shallower the better, and how I like this is wide open. It's easy to clean. When they're deep, it's hard to get something in there. So I personally like that aspect of it. As far as paying for what you get, again, for the price point, it's just cheap pot metal and just made in China. But I mean, it heats up and it does the job. Four wheels, two caster, so it's great mobility wise. Yeah, so I'm just really impressed with it, and would definitely recommend it for sure. Some of the shortcomings is, I thought, I don't know if you can see it, there's a weld right here. I thought they fixed that with the grease running down the leg, but they didn't. What I would do, I just have this alligator clip here, and it works perfect. Runs the grease in there, but it's kind of, you got to take it off. It's going to be greasy, and the main thing is you kind of want to shove food particles or crumbs, down in here, and you can't with that. So the best thing really is just get an old bean can or whatever and tilt it in there, and that's fine. And then it's kind of easier because you can just toss that bean can and you don't have to really deal with this. So I would do that. Let's see what else. So it's a little windy. The flame doesn't blow out, but it'll only get up to like 400 degrees or 375 when it's really windy. So here's what I did. See those gaps in there? It's to let the heat out. It's designed that way. But what I personally did is, and the company said it's fine, I just took what this is a one of those trays that go in your oven. Just at Walmart, just aluminum trays to pick up all the stuff that falls down. Just for a pack of two, it's just 99 cents or something at Walmart. And so I just cut them. I got two of them, cut them down the middle, and then cut strips on them. I was first doing it like this, and they fit perfect on there. You just fold, the sides already crimped for you, and it folds on there perfect. And just to keep the heat in, wind out, either way, just to keep the grill from the heat escaping. I'd rather have the heat in this thing. But what happens if you are doing something, you kind of bump up against this. So what I did is just turn it around. I have a magnet here. You just get a 4-pack at Walmart, and a little hard with one hand here. But I just use a magnet, and that's all I did. Kind of just a cheap bush fix, and just all the way around. And it went from on high, going when it's windy, 375 is all I could get it to now it'll go to 550. And just say you want to cook on 350, which, a lot of food should be. If you want to cook on 350, everything will be on low. And so you're saving, this thing doesn't burn through a ton of, if you have a 2 burner barbecue, it's no different. It's going to burn through twice as much, 4 burners. It's the same. But there's no reason why let all that heat escape instead of coming up here. The one thing maybe watch, I don't know, I was watching with a temperature gauge, because all your heat's gonna, there's still little gaps. That isn't perfect, but a lot more of your heat's gonna come out here. So you really don't need to run it on high. You're not gonna be cooking anything on 550 really for long periods of time. But if you do, just kind of make sure this isn't getting too hot in there, and it hasn't for me. So that's kind of just my overall gist of it. For the money, it's a great product. If it was $1,000, no, I wouldn't be happy about this. I would want the metal a lot stronger. I would want them to incorporate, in the kit, hey, we have these little sides to cover this up if you want. But again, for $275, highly recommend it, and been using it every day. Hopefully this helps out some people.